My name is Axel, and I'll never forget the day my wife asked for a divorce over breakfast. I need to talk to you about something, Vanessa said, not even looking up from her phone. I set down my coffee. What's up? I want a divorce. I've met someone else. My heart sank, but I kept my voice steady. Who? Blake Hamilton. He's a senior partner at Morrison and Associates downtown. She actually smiled. He drives a Tesla, Axel. And I drive a Honda. Exactly. She stood up and grabbed her designer purse. Blake can give me the life I deserve. Nice restaurants, vacations to Europe, a house in the suburbs. We have a house. She laughed. This tiny ranch? Blake's place has 5 bedrooms and a pool. So that's it? 7 years of marriage? Look, I'm not trying to be cruel, Vanessa said. We got married young. I've grown. You're still the same guy working the same middle management job. Blake's taking me to the Maldives next month. She checked her reflection in the hallway mirror. When was the last time you took me anywhere? My phone buzzed. I glanced at it quickly. What do you want from me? I already filed the papers. My lawyer will send everything over. I want the house, obviously, and half of everything else. Obviously. She raised an eyebrow. You're not going to fight me? Would it change anything? No. Blake and I are in love. Real love. I nodded slowly. Then I won't fight it. Really? I guess I expected more drama. Blake said you'd probably make this difficult. Blake doesn't know me. He knows I married down, and I'm finally correcting that mistake. 2 weeks later, I sat across from her lawyer in a sterile conference room. Mr. Patterson, are you sure you don't want legal representation? The lawyer asked. I'm sure, I said, signing another document. Vanessa leaned back in her chair, looking victorious. See? I told you he'd be reasonable. This is highly unusual, the lawyer continued. You're agreeing to give Mrs. Patterson the house, the car, and... I know what I'm agreeing to, I interrupted. Vanessa's phone rang. It's Blake. I need to take this. She stepped out, and when she returned, she was beaming. Blake just booked our trip. First class to the Maldives. Congratulations. She signed her portion of the documents with a flourish. You know what, Axel? Maybe you'll actually find someone who's satisfied with mediocrity. The lawyer cleared his throat. The divorce will be final in 60 days. Perfect, Vanessa said. Blake and I are planning a summer wedding. She paused at the door. You really don't care, do you? I care. I just know when something's over. 3 days after signing the papers, I met my buddy Tyler at our usual sports bar. Dude, I still can't believe you just gave her everything, Tyler said. I smiled. Not everything. What do you mean? Remember that startup I invested in 5 years ago? VidTech Solutions? Tyler's eyes widened. The one Vanessa called your stupid hobby investment? That's the one. I pulled out my phone and showed him an email. They just got acquired by Google. My shares are worth $12 million. Holy shit! The acquisition closes in 4 months, well after the divorce is final. Tyler started laughing. She has no idea? None. The house she demanded? I'm renting it. The car lease ends in 3 months. You sneaky bastard. I also called attorney Sarah Rodriguez yesterday. The next day, I met with attorney Rodriguez in her downtown office. Mr. Patterson, I've reviewed everything, she said. Your prenuptial agreement is ironclad. Vanessa's lawyer didn't mention it. Because she didn't disclose it to him. And you weren't represented, so there was no one to bring it up. Can she come back and claim my VidTech shares? Rodriguez shook her head. The prenup specifically excludes any business interests or investments. Assets acquired through business ventures remain separate property. My lawyer did good work. She did excellent work. Did Vanessa read this before signing it? She said prenups were just formalities, but her father insisted, actually. Rodriguez pulled out another folder. I also did some research on Blake Hamilton. And? He's not a senior partner. He's a third-year associate. Makes about $90,000 a year. I leaned forward. He told Vanessa he was a senior partner. The Tesla is leased. The house belongs to his parents. He lives there because he can't afford his own place. What about the Maldives trip? Rodriguez smiled. Charged to a maxed-out credit card. He's got about $70,000 in debt. So he's using Vanessa. It appears he thought she was wealthy. He probably figured she was getting a big settlement from you. Tyler called me that evening. Dude, you won't believe what I just heard. I ran into Melissa, Vanessa's friend. Vanessa quit her job last week. I closed my eyes. She quit her job? Yep, $55,000 a year, gone. She said she was going to be a full-time partner to someone who actually appreciates her. When does the VidTech news go public? 2 weeks. The VidTech acquisition announcement hit the tech news sites on a Wednesday morning. My phone started ringing immediately. Axel, it's Tyler. Check your email. Every business site has your name. Within an hour, Vanessa called. Axel, we need to talk. About what? About VidTech. About the $12 million you're getting. About the fact that you hid this from me. I didn't hide anything. You called it my stupid hobby investment. That money is marital property. Actually, it's not. Check the prenup. She went silent. What prenup? The one you signed before we got married. The one your father insisted on. That was just a formality. It's a legal document, Vanessa, and it says all my business investments stay mine. I'll sue you. You already had a lawyer. This is done. The divorce is final in 2 weeks. Blake said... She stopped abruptly. Click. She hung up. 2 days later, Tyler called again. I saw Blake at that coffee shop on Main. He was arguing with Vanessa in the parking lot. About what? He said something about, I didn't sign up for this, and she was crying. Then he got in his Tesla and drove off, left her standing there. That evening, my phone rang. Unknown number. Axel, it's Melissa, Vanessa's friend. Hi, Melissa. I thought you should know. Vanessa's been calling everyone, asking if they know any lawyers who work for free. Why? She wants to fight the prenup, but she can't afford a lawyer. And apparently, Blake just broke up with her. He broke up with her? Yeah. He said he thought she was getting millions from you. When he found out about the prenup, he said he needed to reassess their relationship. Reassess? Then he dumped her over text. I should have felt triumphant. Instead, I just felt tired. Thanks for letting me know, Melissa. The next morning, Vanessa showed up at my apartment. We need to talk, she said. I don't think we do. Please, just 5 minutes. Against my better judgment, I let her in. She sat on my couch. You really live here? Yes. But you're about to be a millionaire. I am a millionaire. The money hits my account next week. Her face crumpled. I made a mistake. Yes, you did. Blake dumped me. He said I was false advertising. I heard. Everyone knows. Everyone knows I quit my job for a guy who was lying to me. That's accurate. Don't you feel anything? Don't you feel bad for me at all? I sat down across from her. Vanessa, you called me mediocre. You said you married down. I know what I said. You wanted an upgrade. You got exactly what you asked for. She stood up, angry now. You let me do this. You knew about VidTech and you said nothing. You didn't ask. You didn't care. I want to come back. We can forget all this. Start over. I shook my head. No. Axel, please. The divorce is final in 1 week. That's not changing. 1 week later, I met with attorney Rodriguez to finalize everything. The divorce is official as of this morning, she said. Good. Vanessa tried to contest the prenup yesterday, filed an emergency motion. And? Rodriguez smiled. The judge dismissed it in 30 seconds. The prenup was properly executed, and she waited until after the divorce was final to challenge it. So it's really over. It's really over. Your assets are protected. My phone rang. Tyler. Hey man, can you talk? Yeah, I'm just finishing up with my lawyer. I'm at Murphy's pub. Vanessa's here with some guy. They're arguing about money. I think she's trying to get him to pay for her stuff. Rodriguez was watching me. Everything okay? Yeah, just hearing about my ex's evening plans. Tyler continued. She looks rough, man. The guy just got up and left her with the bill. I should probably feel sorry for her. But you don't? Not really. After I hung up, Rodriguez leaned back. So what's next for you? I'm buying a condo downtown. Then I'm taking a month off to travel. Good plan. That evening, Tyler came over to help me pack. How does it feel? Being officially free and officially rich? Honestly, it feels like justice. Not revenge? Revenge would have been me rubbing it in her face. Justice is just letting natural consequences play out. My phone buzzed. Text from an unknown number. Please call me. I'm sorry. I'll do anything. V. I showed it to Tyler. You going to respond? I deleted the message. No. Cold. She made her choice. I'm making mine. Tyler grabbed another box. How she didn't see this coming, I'll never know. She saw what she wanted to see. A Tesla, a house with a pool, a fancy title. She didn't see you. No, she never really did. The next morning, I met my financial advisor. Axel, congratulations, Jennifer said. 12 million is quite the windfall. It's surreal. Let's talk about your plans. You mentioned real estate? I want to buy a place outright. Something modern, downtown. Jennifer pulled up some listings. There's a beautiful condo in the Arts District, 2 bedrooms, city views, 1.2 million. I'll take it. She blinked. Don't you want to see it first? I trust you. Draw up the paperwork. My phone rang again. Vanessa. I declined the call. Jennifer noticed. Ex-wife? How'd you guess? Lucky guess. She smiled sympathetically. She knows about the money? Everyone knows. It's been all over the tech news. And she's calling because? Because she made a very expensive mistake. Jennifer typed something. Well, the good news is that mistake cost her millions. The better news is those millions are still yours. That afternoon, I stopped by my favorite coffee shop. The barista, Amy, knew my order by heart. Hey, Axel, the usual? Actually, make it a large today. Celebrating. Celebrating what? My divorce was finalized this morning. Amy's face lit up. Congratulations! Sorry. I laughed. Congratulations is right. She made my coffee. This one's on me. To new beginnings. As I turned to leave, my phone rang. Tyler again. What's up? Dude, I just saw Vanessa's car getting repossessed. Already? Yep, she was screaming at the tow truck driver. The lease was in her name. She quit her job. She can't make the payments. She's crying in the parking lot. I felt a small pang of sympathy, but it passed quickly. That's unfortunate. Cold-blooded, man. She called me mediocre, Tyler. She wanted an upgrade. And she got a downgrade instead. Later that week, I ran into Melissa at the grocery store. Axel, hi, she said awkwardly. Hey, Melissa. I wanted to apologize for not speaking up sooner. I knew Blake was bad news. It wasn't your responsibility. Still, she shifted her shopping basket. Vanessa's pretty devastated. She's staying with her parents. Her mom is furious with her. I can imagine. Melissa hesitated. She asked me to ask you if you'd be willing to help her out, just temporarily. I shook my head. No. I told her you'd say that. I just had to ask. She made her choice. She called me mediocre and left me for someone she thought was better. She quit her job because she thought Blake would take care of her. Those were her decisions. You're right. I think she finally realizes what she lost. A little late for that. The following month, I closed on my new condo and threw a small housewarming party. Tyler raised his beer. To Axel, who turned his ex-wife's biggest mistake into his biggest win. Everyone laughed and clinked glasses. My buddy Jason shook his head. Man, I still can't believe she left you right before you hit it big. Neither can she, Tyler interjected. Has she stopped calling? Jason asked. Finally, yeah. Her number's blocked anyway. Good riddance. I looked around at my new place, at my real friends, at the life I was building. This wasn't revenge. Revenge would have been petty and cruel. This was just consequence. Natural, inevitable consequence. Have you ever had someone leave you for an upgrade, only to realize they downgraded themselves? Sometimes the best response is just letting karma do its job. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.